Before I tell you what today's about, I just need to do this. Red mode activated. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a rant. Not really, but today we're going to talk about AI and have a go at setting an AI thing in HACS up. But why have I turned the screen red and written the word rant down there? The reason being is, well, it's hard to explain. Malcolm, can you just explain for me?
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, it kind of worries me that people use AI in the wrong way. I think you should be using AI to make things you already know how to do better, and you should be using it in what I call black box situations, so things you don't know anything about, that it can produce a black box that does the task. The bit that worries me is people going, AI, can you write code to do this, please? And then go, look what I've done. This is really clever. I can do this. Right up to the point where their code doesn't work and they've actually dug themselves a hole and they're not ready for it. Anyway, we're doing black box AI today, something that is kind of completely separate. So let's roll the credits. Just switch off the red mode. Let's roll the credits and get back into it. Today's video is going to require you having a camera and kind of setting it up to take snapshots and pictures. Now, I've already done the security camera video up here. Let's just kind of show you that so we're not talking nonsense. Settings, automations and scenes, and it's called security camera. I need to sort this out and do what I say. So it's a camera that's my camera, and it takes a snapshot, calling it snap year month day .jpeg, and or records a video calling it year month day. Now I've actually switched off, so I've disabled the trigger, which was kind of using the presence sensor, this presence sensor to be exact, which is still in the plastic bag, because it kept taking pictures of somebody stealing biscuits from the biscuit cupboard, and I think I had to stop it. So that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a camera, so it's worth watching that video and just to see what kind of format you need. So that's what you're going to need. We're also going to need to add something in HACS. So if you haven't got HACS installed, guess what that video up there does. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to install a thing called LLM Vision. Okay, it's here in the list. I will paste the link to the repository just in case people haven't got it. So if it's not here, you go up here and go custom repositories and add the link to the integration that I'll paste in the description. So let's add this. Click download. I'm always going to want the latest version. So it's downloading now. Okay, and if we go into settings, it's going to say restart required. So let's do a restart. Okay, let's add integration. So into settings, devices, add integration, and it's LLM Vision. Click on that. You then get a choice of what you want to use for your AI provider, and there's all the ones you could possibly do. Some of them cost money to use. I'm going to use Google today. Google will let you use a limited amount of AI to get things there. So we come up against the AI key, and we need to go into Google to get that kind of added. So to do this, you need a couple of things. The first one you may have already done. If you've done my using Google for mail and kind of things like this, you will have seen, I'll put a link up there, that you've created a project. So I've already got a project in here, but it's a case of going to console.cloud.google.com and saying I want to create a project. That's link up there. If you follow that, you only really need to create a project. You don't need to do all the other things, but you just need to create a project. So I've already got a project created. What you then need to do is go to the API Studio and get this API key, and we'll see why we need that project. So if I click that and click that, both those links are in the description. So API keys, I want to create an API key, and then I've got a list of projects. So there's my Home Assistant one. I'm just going to use the same one, and I'm going to create an API key in the existing project. Okay, I've blurred out my API key, so you can't see it, but you're going to need to copy that. You can get to it again, and we'll close that down. Then you need to go back to Home Assistant and paste it in again, blurred out, and click submit. Okay, so that's the integration set up. The integration looks after all the communications with the large language model. So let's have a go at using it. Automations and scenes. I think we'll just play with a new one to start off with. So I'll create a new automation. I'm not going to give it a trigger. I'm just going to give it an action. In the action, I'm going to say LLM. So it can do lots of things for you. It can analyze an image. It can analyze video. It can analyze a stream. It can analyze data and kind of lots of things like that. But because we picked Google, we're allowed to do 500 requests per day. So you'll use them up really quickly. But let's just have a go with a simple one. We'll just analyze an image. So this is the thing that we've kind of got here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a picture, and we'll upload that to Home Assistant and do an analysis of it. Okay, so let's do that. Let me go and find a picture. So what I've done is uploaded a couple of videos, one video and 2 pictures, and we'll look at those to start off with. So this is the first one. It's called tiber.jpg, and it's a picture of some lemurs. We'll see what it thinks of that. And I caught this really handsome looking delivery driver coming up the drive, and I've got a picture of him doing it, and I've got a video of him doing it too. He's trying his best to look grumpy like delivery drivers do. So those are the pictures. Right, so if we go back to the automation, so I've said image analyzer. What integration are we going to use? Well, we've only got the Google Gemini one. We'll use the default model. We'll come back to the prompt. Our image file is going to be called Tiger. And you could do a stream here, but I'm not going to. Tiger dot JPEG, and that's in slash media slash local slash tiger.jpg. I'll let it work it out. Want it to generate a title, and I'm going to create a response variable called answer. Okay, I think I've got everything set up there, so we'll click save. LLM-image, click save. What we need to do is we need to pick up this response variable and do something with it. So I've got an automation. I've got a script, sorry, that I created in this video up here, which sends me an email. So it's called One Mail Me, and it wants some information. So the title is, no, it needs to be, I call it answer. I've got that in there. So squiggly bracket, we put it in answer, close squiggly bracket. So what the analysis comes back with will get put in here, and we'll call this image, and that gets sent to my email address. So we'll click save on that. I think we're all ready to go now. So we'll go run action, and sometimes it says completed successfully and sometimes it doesn't. So let's just go traces and make sure. Okay, it doesn't like what I typed in there. Okay. Oh, I know why. Because it is local. Okay, let's give it another go. Look in traces. Okay. It's done the first step. And the second step, it sent me an image. So let's go and look at my mail. Mail.google.com. Okay, and there's the message. Okay, it's given me in JSON, so I probably need to do something about that, but it's found a lemur. So let's see if we can do something about what the text is. I know what I didn't do. I forgot something really, really important, because I said I'd come back to it. So I want to describe what is going on in the picture. Click save and click run actions. Okay, hopefully that's done it. We'll go back. Okay, So the image shows 3 ringtail lemurs in a tree. One lemur is sitting on a branch looking directly at the camera. Another lemur is climbing down the tree. The third is perched on a branch partially secured by a leaf. The background consists of green foliage and branches. And if I find the right file, there's 3 lemurs. One's eating foliage, one's climbing down the tree. It's got it right, which is kind of clever. So we've got those. So let's kind of ask a different question. So the next file is delivery. So describe what's going on in the picture and tell me if it's a delivery driver with my parcel. Click save. Run actions. Okay, it's going to run the same text. Show you the right thing. Let's make it so you can see. Alright, let's show you the picture. Again, it's that man delivering a parcel again. Let's just make it so we can see both. The image shows a man walking towards the camera while carrying a box. The box has a logo, tails.com. The man is wearing a blue t-shirt with I work on computers, shorts with orange trim and black Crocs. He appears on a driveway with 2 parked cars either side of him. It's not really told me about the parcel, has it? But it's described the picture. Okay, so that's 2. We'll just do a video one before I kind of go through the use case a little bit more, but let's just check something. So if I go back in here and I look, so we have we've used 7,500 tokens and 7 requests. Like I said, we were limited to 500 requests a day. We've done 3 pictures and we've done 7, so that's going to be quite a big number of pictures in a day. So it is possible. I think it will start nagging you once you reach your limit. So you can see it kind of work. Let's do a video one, and I think the requests per day will go up rather a lot more. So back in my automation, I'm just gonna minimize this and disable it because we don't want an image done. We're going to do it a different way. So let's add an action. LLM Video Analyzer. Okay, and the video file. Let's start at the beginning. Gemini prompt. Tell me what is going on in the video. I would like to know if a parcel is being delivered so I can go and get it. Okay, video file is in media /delivery dot mp4. Yeah, delivery.mp4. So it can talk to Frigate. I'm going to leave those in there. You can have your maximum tokens, which we were talking about. I want to generate a title. The response variable is going to be answer again. Just press save on there. I just need to move this. I just need to move this down below. So we've got the same mail me script. I've said, tell me what's going on in the video. I'd like to know if the parcel is being delivered so I can go and get it. MP4. Okay, saving into the answer variable and mailing it to me. So let's press save. Okay, run actions. Just have a little look at traces to make sure it's worked. Oh no, it hasn't. Oh yes, it has. Okay, I'll go back and look at the mail. Based on the image you sent, it appears a man is carrying a box towards the house. It's possible he's delivering a parcel, but without more information, it's hard to say for sure. So it's very useful what it can do. Okay, so let's talk about use cases. Like I said, you could use the existing video. Security camera to take a snapshot, take a video, and then push it to LLM. That's a really good use case. The worry that I have is I don't want to charge you lots of money. So let's just have another look at the requests per day. Okay, so a video isn't that many. So hopefully, as long as you weren't sending thousands of pictures, it looks like it would do a good job here. I think what I'll do is I'll set it up to run, but what I'm going to do is work out what number of pictures I'd actually send, so what's going on here, and I'll update the comments when I'm kind of finished. So that's it for today. I hope you're kind of impressed with that. Again, it is useful. It's AI that's providing a useful task and kind of a black box task that you already know how to do. If you stood on the doorstep and you saw a delivery driver come in, you'd know there was a delivery driver there. You're not asking it to do something complicated that you can't do yourself or be able to understand if it goes wrong. Because if you saw a man with a parcel with a hat on and he walks up to the drive, it could be a burglar, but it's probably a delivery driver. Okay, like I said, that's it for today. If you could like and subscribe, that would be great. And I'll see you on the next one. Unless you want to watch this one here. This one here. See you on the next one.